Okay, so you know what's really got me thinking lately? Amir Khan.
Oh, yeah. What about him?
Well, it's just for someone who's built this entire career, like 37 years of it, on these really unique standalone films.
Right, he's famously sequel averse.
Exactly. And now the news that he's actually making a sequel, it just feels huge, like a real shift.
Absolutely. The announcement of Sitaare Zameen Par, that's definitely turned heads. It's not just another movie announcement.
No way. And they're aiming for what, June 20th, 2025?
That's the date. And the fact that it's his first ever sequel makes it, pretty significant in Bollywood terms.
But it's not a direct sequel, right? They're calling it a spiritual one.
Yeah, that's the interesting part. It's tied to Taare Zameen Par, obviously the title gives that away, but it's meant to be different, adds a whole other layer of curiosity.
It really does.
Yeah.
Because you think about his track record, Kayamat Sakyamat Talk, then Lagan, Three Idiots.
All iconic, all completely self-contained stories.
None of them screamed part two needed. He just seems so committed to that perfectionist one-off approach.
He did. It makes you wonder, well, why now? What changed?
Maybe it's an evolution. Like he feels there's more to say in that thematic space.
Could be exploring similar ideas, but with a totally different story and characters. It's a way back into that world, maybe, without just repeating himself.
Like having a great cup of chai, remembering how good it was and deciding to try it again later, but maybe with cardamom this time instead of ginger.
Haha. That's actually a pretty good analogy. Same satisfying warmth, different spice.
So it's not Ishan's story continuing, but it taps into that same feeling, that empathy.
That seems to be the idea because Taare Zameen Par, wow, back in 2007, that film landed with such impact.
Oh, absolutely. It started conversations everywhere about dyslexia, about seeing things from a kid's perspective.
And Amir's character, Ram Shankar Nikram, he became the sort of icon of patient teaching.
Totally. And didn't it win a bunch of national awards?
3, yeah, it really cemented its place. A culturally significant film, no doubt.
Okay, so Sitaare Zameen Par. The premise sounds completely different. This coach character, Gulshan,
Right. Politically incorrect, alcoholic, bit of a temper.
talk about a 180 from Nikum.
Exactly. It's quite the contrast. And he's coaching a team of specially abled kids aiming for the Paralympics.
Wow. So that sets up a very different dynamic.
Definitely intentional, I think. Gulshan sounds like a character meant to provoke, maybe even make you uncomfortable at first. His journey is likely as central as the kids.
And the themes are still there. Mental health, inclusivity, neurodiversity. But the tone, they're saying humor.
Yeah, that's the big shift. Taare Zameen Par made you cry. They're saying this one will make you laugh, but with the same heart.
Laughter is a way into these tough topics. Can that work as well?
It's a valid question. Humor can definitely break down walls, make things more accessible, if done right.
And the cast is interesting too. Darsheel Safary's back.
He is, though apparently in an unknown role. Not Ishan, we assume.
Right. And Genelia Deshmukh is making a comeback, which is nice to see.
Adds another layer of interest for sure.
But get this. There are 10 debutant child actors. 10.
That's quite something. Arush Delta, Gopi Krishna Varma, Sambit Desai, Vedant Sharma, Ayush Pansali.
Ashish Penze, Rishi Shahani, Rishabh Jain, Nama Mishra, and Simran Mangeshkar. Wow.
It really highlights Aamir's role not just as an actor, but as a mentor, someone launching new talent.
Like he did with Darsheel originally. And his production house, Aamir Khan Productions, is backing it with Kiran Rao and Ravi Bachchanka.
Which brings us back to the why now question. This comes after, well, Lal Singh Chaddha didn't quite hit the mark as expected.
Right, there was that underperformance in 2022, and he reportedly took a break.
So this feels significant. Maybe a bit risky, blending comedy with these themes, but also calculated, returning to a space that worked, but twisting it.
And it turns out it's based on another film.
It is, yeah. It's an official remake of a Spanish film called Campeones from 2018.
Oh, okay. I think I heard about that one, or maybe the American version.
Yeah, Hollywood did a remake called Champions just last year, 2023.
So the core story is there.
Yeah.
The coach, the team with disabilities.
Exactly. The Spanish film was about a disgraced pro coach ending up with a team of intellectually disabled players based on a real team, actually. It clearly has that mix of humor and heart built in.
Makes sense. And, Amir Khan Productions will add that desi tadka, The local flavor, the emotion.
And the music. Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy are doing the score.
Oh, fantastic. That almost guarantees some memorable tracks.
And think about Aamir's history with adaptations. Gajini was a remake.
Right, from a South Indian film originally, which itself was inspired by Memento.
And Three Idiots was based on a novel. He has this knack for taking source material and making it feel, well, very him, very Indian.
True, he sort of owns it. And the focus here on mental health, inclusivity, feels really relevant for India right now.
It does. These are conversations that are definitely growing louder, becoming more mainstream.
Plus, seeing Aamir play someone like Gulshan, a bit rough, maybe unlikable initially, that's a departure too.
It shows he's not afraid to step out of that nice guy box he's sometimes been put in, exploring flawed humanity.
So how have people reacted so far since the announcement back in October 23?
It's been mixed, as you'd expect. A lot of excitement, obviously. It's Aamir Khan. It's connected to Taare Zameen Par.
But also some skepticism?
Definitely. Some people online, you see comments like, at Sid Cannon saying it could be a great blend of laughter and emotion.
Okay, positive.
But then you get others, like at Kamal Arkan, who are, let's say, less optimistic about its prospects. So yeah, a real spectrum.
And the promo stuff has started rolling out.
A little bit, yeah. The teaser dropped back in March 2025, got a U certificate, pretty short, like 1 minute, 19 seconds.
Just a taste.
And then the main trailer that got a UA certificate runs about 3 minutes, 29 seconds. It was attached to Ajay Devgan's Raid 2 release on May 1st, 2025.
Got it. And the release date moved around a bit, didn't it?
It did. Originally, there was talk of Christmas 2024.
Right, that classic Aamir slot.
But it got pushed, likely due to post-production taking time. Then there was some chatter about May 30th next year.
But they settled on June 20th, 2025.
Yeah, seems strategic. Avoids major clashes, catches the school holiday crowd. Smart move.
You know, when you look at his filmography overall,
Yeah.
there's often this thread, isn't there? Tackling big social issues, but usually without being preachy.
Absolutely. Education in Three Idiots, religion in PK, disability, obviously, in Taare Zameen Par. He finds ways to engage people on these topics.
And Sitaare Zameen Par sounds like it fits right into that mold.
Seems like it. And wasn't there a hint from his daughter, Ira Khan? Something about...
Yeah, she mentioned something suggesting it might focus on neurodivergent peer support, which sounds quite specific and nuanced.
Interesting. And that ties back to the mentoring aspect too, right? Launching Darsheel, then launching these 10 kids now.
He seems to have a good eye for talent. Sharman Joshi got a big boost from Three Idiots, Zara Wasim from Dangal, and Secret Superstar.
True. So the potential is definitely there, but the stakes feel high this time.
Yeah, after Lal Singh Chadha, there's pressure for a hit, right?
Undeniably. And the big questions remain. Will the comedy land well with the sensitive subject matter?
Will audiences embrace this grumpy Gulshan character after loving the gentle Nikam?
And how will it fare in the June 2025 box office? It's probably going to rely heavily on good word of mouth.
Still, you look at the pieces. Aamir's track record, despite occasional misses, is strong.
The story's core seems appealing, based on Campeones. The cast has interest. Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy, Amitabh Bhattacharya on lyrics.
You can almost picture those training montages, right? Uplifting music, the team coming together.
Exactly. The ingredients are there for something special.
It's just funny picturing Aamir Khan as a rude coach.
It is a bit unexpected. And 10 new kids, that's a lot to introduce all at once.
And the title, Sitaare Zameen Par, sounds like, I don't know, Taare Zameen Par upgraded. Stars instead of just stars on Earth.
Maybe. Let's just hope Gulshan's temper is part of his journey, not the whole story.
Definitely. So, wrapping up, this really feels like a significant film for Aamir.
Yeah, his first sequel, even if spiritual, but also a continuation of his commitment to, meaningful cinema.
Right, so we've got the thematic link to Tar, the comedic approach to mental health and inclusivity, the Campeones remake angle, and all this new talent.
It's a potent mix, and the date to remember is June 20th, 2025.
June 20th, 2025. Got it.
Mark your calendars.
So maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. How are we seeing cultural stories around disability and mental health change?
That's a great point. And can comedy be just as effective, maybe even more effective sometimes than straight drama in building empathy?
Yeah. Does it make it easier to connect, or does it risk trivializing? Something to consider, maybe reflect on your own views before the film comes out.
It'll be really fascinating to see where Sitaare Zameen Par fits into that whole conversation.